Welcome to the Thursday edition of the Spark Creativity Teacher Podcast, a podcast for English teachers in search of creative teaching strategies. Whether you're new to the show or a longtime listener, I'm so glad you're here for this week's mini episode. Today, I want to talk about a much debated subject. When it comes to choice reading, what counts and what doesn't? If you've been around here with me for long, I bet you can imagine that a lot of books were involved in the early life of my own kids. They had tiny themed board book displays before they could roll over, and we were a constant at our little local library. But after their baby years, my two kids' reading paths diverged wildly. My son's path has been a lot like mine. He went through epic series after epic series, hit on the children's classics, and is now deeply entrenched in wonderful fantasy books that he reads to himself every night, unless he's not feeling well, in which case he plugs in an audiobook. My daughter's path, not so much. If I had a quarter for every time I've offered to read to her, tried to hand off a book that I was sure she would love, or invited her to read with me and gotten turned down, very politely, I could probably book us into Club Med for the weekend. Helping her become fond of books has been an 8-year project, and lately I finally feel like I'm seeing it happen. But it's been very heavy on 3 formats, and they happen to be much debated as real reading: graphic novels, rereading old favorites, and audiobooks. For my youngest, becoming a reader has meant listening to so much Junie B. Jones and Ramona. It has meant reading all 18 of the hilarious graphic novel series books, The Bad Guys, and suddenly announcing that it was better than eating candy. It's meant careful, tiny steps forward with print text, 1 page at a time, in books about subjects she absolutely loves, like young girls discovering their magical connection to elemental horses. Without the rereading, the audiobooks, and the graphic novels, I'm pretty sure I'd still be getting that polite smiling, "No thank you, Mama," every time I reached for a book. It can be hard, believe me, I know, to see a kid reread an old book or plug into an audiobook when you really want to see them explore new titles and improve their print comprehension. And I'm all for encouraging students to keep trying a lot of different things, and even to read 2 or 3 books at a time. Maybe an old favorite, an audiobook, and a little bit of something new and challenging. I often have this pattern going in my own life. Maybe you do too. But this week, I just want to highly recommend that we remember all books are part of the journey to becoming a reader. Rereading, graphic novels, and audiobooks might just be a student's gateway to a lifetime of reading.